Happy Wednesday, welcome back to the sewing room. I took yesterday off. I didn't intend to. I intended to come down and carry on cutting out that pile of things back there. That did not happen. I took the entire day off, binge watched Farscape, forgot how much I love that, and I forgot how adult some of the jokes are. Like, I mean, I think that's one of the reasons I loved it in the first place, is because they are obviously swearing and it seems like a much more realistic thing of like what would happen if someone actually did get thrust into that kind of a situation. And I also forgot how much I love Ben Browder. I do have pictures of me cuddling Ben Browder at one of the London Film and Comic conventions. Oh, he is rather lovely, yes. He's got to sit front row at his talk that he did as well, so yeah. Anyway, sorry. Massive tangent there. Yeah, I just decided that I hadn't had a day off for a while, like a full day off, and like I say, totally was going to come down and cut some more things out, but have decided that I have 4 things cut out, the 2 shirts and the 2 dresses. One of those dresses needs to be done by Friday for Friday's afternoon's video, so I am going to get on with sewing that one up today. So I'm working on the Shelby dress today. I'm very excited for how this one's going to turn out. I think it's going to look very 80s, but I like that, so yay. Yeah, I basically have to turn the sewing room back into sewing configuration because at the moment it's all access to the cutting table. I do need to cut out the facing pieces out of interfacing for the Shelby dress. The French Poetry loom dress, which is the other one that I've got cut out and I'm working on, just see the green there? It says to interface the neckline with either organza, sew-in organza, or stay tape, and I think I've got some of that somewhere. It should be, if I still have it in, yeah, it's not in that pile, so I've got it somewhere and I don't know where. So what I'm actually going to do is trace off the neckline of the French Poetry loom dress, make it just a little bit larger, the pattern piece I'm going to trace off, make it a little bit larger than the neckline of the dress, and then cut out what are essentially interfacing facings for those pieces just to reinforce that area, because it's a V at the front and a V at the back, and the pattern instructions just say if you don't do this it is going to stretch out on you. That's the first thing it says. So it's, you know, it's like, you know what, I shall listen to you and I shall do as I am told within sort of like a certain amount of leeway. So I need to get the interfacing pieces cut out first. Once that's done, then I can turn it back into sewing configuration and start working on the Shelby dress first, and then the loom dress tomorrow, and then filming on Friday. That's the plan. Okay, so I've just had lunch and I have a few people to say thank you to before I start sewing. The first one is the very lovely Brie, who bought me a couple of coffees during the hangout, so thank you Brie, that was very kind of you. And the very lovely Linda Wight has joined the Patreon peeps. Thank you Linda and welcome. Right, Shelby dress time. So I have run out of white bias binding. I've not made any bias binding from this fabric. I have a really large piece left and I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get a top out of it. So I am going to face my facings and then just turn and turn my hem and press that and probably machine stitch it, I think. Yeah, because I'm going to machine stitch the hems on the sleeves as well. So, oh, and perfectly timed the buttons that I want to use. These little, come on, focus. I think my camera's on its last legs. It's really not very happy at the moment. And it wouldn't even start recording earlier today. Fingers crossed it survives until I can afford to buy a new one. But anyway, the little pink buttons, little pink shell buttons I ordered have arrived. I do have a slightly larger green option, but I think it's going to be the pink ones that are going to look best with the fabric. Although to be fair, there's pink and blue and green and yellow and red and white and black in this, so I could probably use any colour of button I would like. But yes, first things first, let's face the facings.
6 hours later.
It is much later on in the day. You can probably tell the dress is almost finished. I am just going to put in my buttonholes, get those fray checked so that they can set, then I can open them up once I have sewn on my buttons. I'm going for these little tiny pink buttons, which it wouldn't focus on earlier, so it probably won't focus on now, but they're hot pink shell buttons that I got from an Etsy seller, and again I'll list those in the description down below. It's been a really nice afternoon getting this done. I am still watching Farscape. I'm currently on the episode Revenging Angel, which is the one that's like the Looney Tunes cartoon one. It's just so funny. It's so funny. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm, you know, more than halfway through season 3. I've only got season 4 and then the Peacekeeper Wars to watch afterwards, so yeah. But I haven't seen this for gosh, a good probably 10 years. So it's really fun rewatching it, and it's really freaking my cat out because her name came from this show. She is a naughty grey alien, as is the original Chiana, and whenever they keep shouting Chiana and I'm watching up in my room, she's always like, her ears prick. She knows her name, so she's just like, why is there a strange voice calling my name? Chiana's more often than not in trouble, so there's quite a lot of shouting her name. So my poor Chi is just like, I confuse. But it's very cute. Anyway, buttonholes. Good morning, lovely peeps. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the sewing room. I don't know if I mentioned this in the vlog that you're just seeing the beginning part of this vlog, or if I mentioned it in the Shelby dress video, but my camera is playing up, which is not great. The end of the vlog yesterday, I filmed a good 8 minutes of waffle about the finished dress, and it just didn't record it. And usually the camera will go, the screen will go black, and then the camera will turn itself off if it's not been used for about 2 minutes, and it just carried on. Yeah, I mean, it's over 5 years old. I do take care of it. There's no reason for it to break, but everything I've heard about it's the Canon G7X Mark II. Everything I've heard about it says that these cameras kind of, you know, end up getting replaced quite frequently. I don't know if that's because people don't look after them, or if they're just the amount of use that they get, because they are one of the vlogging cameras of choice. But yeah, all the stuff that I finished off talking to you guys last night about has completely disappeared. So I thought I would, because there's only about 5 minutes of yesterday filmed, I thought I'd come on and say good night from last night, good morning from this morning. I love how this dress has turned out. The waist ties, I didn't add any length. No, I did add length to this dress. I did add an inch of length to this dress. The waist ties are probably an inch higher than I would like them to be. Moving them would mean unpicking a French seam by about 2 inches and moving the tie down, which I think I'm going to do, because actually just saying that out loud is not a lot of work, is it? So, and it would make me happier. And also the spacing of the buttons on this, they're very wide apart, which is designed by the pattern. It does mean that they gape, and they gape even though there is more than enough wearing ease in this dress. Before anyone else says anything, there is more than enough wearing ease in this dress. It's just one of those things. So I'm going to go through and put a couple of press studs in between where the buttons and buttonholes are, because it will just help the gaping issue and make the dress lie flat down the front, which is what we want. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'm going to move on to working on the French Poetry loon dress. It's fairly simple. I should be able to get it done today. I mean, I've been editing all morning. It's 11:30, so I've got more than enough time technically to get this done. I won't be able to finish it because the skirt is cut on the bias and will need to hang because it will drop. That is one of the things the pattern recommends, which I do love about that pattern. So there is that, but I'm going to get the Shelby dress finished first so that I can give you guys a little sneaky peek. What I'm hoping to do is actually wear that dress, watch Stranger Things. I don't know, I think Stranger Things is coming out on Friday. I think I've got it in my head that it's coming out on Friday, because otherwise I'm going to switch some plans around. So let's Google Stranger Things season 4 finale. Right, the final 2 episodes of season 4 will premiere on Netflix July 1st, so Friday, at 3 AM ET, which is Eastern Standard Time, and 12 AM Pacific Time. The series will end in a 5th and final season sometime in the future. So what I was thinking is I might come down here and film myself watching it. Like, I know that's like good 2 hours of, so I wouldn't put all of that into it, but there are going to be some moments where I'm like and because yeah, I am a total chicken, and I kind of want to see if I can capture those on camera. Given how badly my camera's behaving at the moment, I don't know if that's a good idea, but I kind of, and it's probably going to end up being about 20 seconds worth of just to put into the video, but I think it'll be funny. Yeah, I think it'll be funny. There are some tips and tricks in the making of the Shelby dress that I do talk about, but otherwise it is literally just kind of cutting out, making and sewing a dress to wear, an 80s inspired dress to wear to watch an 80s set horror show. So that's kind of the idea. But to do that, I'm going to need to finish it. So I'm going to get the ties moved down, the press studs put on, 3 of them I think I need, and then we will have a look and see a little sneaky peek for you guys today and for the video tomorrow, if I've got time to film all that. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
1 hour later.
It's definitely recording this time. The dress is finished and this is all you're going to get to see until tomorrow. The reveal will come out tomorrow, I hope. It should, it'll be fine. I'm really pleased with it. This fabric is very sheer. Very sheer indeed. You can really see the outline of the facings, but you know what? It's one of those things. I think next time, if I made it out of something this sheer, I would probably fully line it. Although it is one of those skimming dresses. There's no like I did move the ties down and that has helped a lot. I am happy with moving the ties down, but there is, you know, there's no like cinching at the waist, it skims, so it's definitely one of those kind of hot weather dresses, and I'm really pleased that I have it done in time for what hopefully will be a hottish British summer. Apparently we're going to be having some heat, I've just heard on the news. So yeah, very pleased with this, very pleased indeed. Very happy that I finally got this fabric made up as well. As I say, Mum and Dad bought me this for my birthday a couple of years ago. It was always intended to be this dress. I think it looks really 1980s and I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I really like this print. It's called Artistic Vibrance and it's from Lady McElroy. I've got it in the Visco's Chalet. They do, I think they do it on the cotton lawn and they do it on a jersey as well. I'm not sure if they do it on the Candice drill. They might do. But I will have linked everything in the description down below. And I always do link everything in the description down below, what I'm wearing, things that I mention, those kinds of things, because I'm getting quite a lot of people just saying, oh, I really like what you're wearing today, can you tell me what it is, in the comment section. Everything is always listed in the description down below. If I haven't listed the fabric, it's because it's no longer available. There is a certain limit on the amount of words or that I can use or characters I can use in the description, and sometimes I do get there with a lot of the links, so I will, you know, not always write and the fabric no longer available. If I don't mention the fabric, it's because there is no link to it. So yeah, I'm very happy with this, very happy indeed. I am going to get the rest of this edited so that it can go up this afternoon, and then I am going to start work on the French Poetry loom dress. So I hope you enjoyed the last couple of days and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!